Much of the world thinks that China will become the world's top economy. But do they think that China's ambitions of becoming the world's foremost spacefaring nations be fulfilled? Well, many believe it is a matter of time, judging by China's aggressive pursuit and massive spending on space exploration. Back in 1949, Chinese leader Mao Zedong complained bitterly that it was a sad truth that his beloved country could not even manage to launch a simple potato into space. China was excluded from engaging in joint operations of the International Space Station due to US objections. Chinese leaders viewed this exclusion as a humiliation and began planning a Chinese-only space lab. Well, the rising power on the weekend blasted off a rocket with 3 astronauts, including its first female one. This is China's fourth manned space mission since 2003. The move marks its latest step towards putting a full-fledged space station in orbit within 10 years. Even though China is trailing the US and Russia in terms of space development, it has made impressive strides in its space programs in recent years. The first manned flight was launched in 2003, followed by a 2-man space flight in 2005, and a 3-man excursion in 2008. During the 2008 mission, the 3-man crew successfully completed China's first spacewalk. With 2 satellites previously launched on moon operations, a third mission now being planned to place a rover on the moon's surface in 2013. And the final step is sending a man to the moon after 2020. The United States will not test a new rocket to take astronauts into space until 2017 at the earliest, due to budget constraints and political infighting. And Russia has said manned missions are no longer a priority. So, it looks like within a decade, China may be able to catch up with the US and Russia in space development. In January 2007, fears of a space arms race with the United States and other powers mounted after China blew up one of its own weather satellites with a ground-based missile, though China has insisted its program is peaceful. Now, let's get to know fighter pilot Liu Yang, China's first woman in space. 33-year-old Liu Yang has emerged as China's first woman astronaut after just 2 years of training. She is married with no children. Her role in the mission will be to run the medical experiments in orbit. She has been credited in state media for her nerves of steel after 18 pigeons struck her fighter jet, leaving the cockpit glass covered with blood. She lost the right engine, but stabilized the aircraft and made a safe emergency landing. According to China Daily, female astronauts must meet all the mental and physical criteria of their male counterparts, and then some. For example, they must be married, and mothers are actually preferred due to fears that radiation exposure in space could harm their fertility.